What is happening, everybody? Mattmade here, and I had a chance to play a game called Rifter, an action puzzle platformer that was developed and published by imakegames. It was released on Steam July 12th, 2018. Rifter is pretty simple in its design, but its mechanics and its overall gameplay are really interesting. The game doesn't have much of a story. Your main objective is to destroy each pillar on every world. To get to each pillar, you must go through 4 or 5 levels, and each level offers its own challenges, and some have enemies that must be defeated. Once you weaken the defenses and you go through all 4 levels, you're then able to take on that pillar. The pillar consists of a moving wall of death and obstacles that you must clear while staying ahead of it. When you get to the end of the pillar stages, you're met with a crystal that you need to break in order to take down the pillar. Also, if you're at the end of the world, you face like somewhat of a boss, and you gotta take down that boss in order to advance to the next planet. Each world consists of 4 pillars, and once the pillars are destroyed, the planet more or less just blows the hell up. The game is pretty much a rinse and repeat of that. You go through each level, get to the pillar, then you get through all 4 pillars, fight the boss, and then blow up the planet and move on. Throughout which there are small pieces of the story. You can choose if you want to seek them out and learn more about the world, or just do a speed run and not care about the lore at all. Every planet has its own style of enemies and gimmicks. For instance, on the first world you can't swim, and the enemies are fairly simple and easy to get around. However, on the second planet, you're able to swim, but since it's an ice planet, being in the water for too long will start to kill you. Also, the enemies on that planet or in each progressive planet are a bit tougher and a bit different, and some can only be defeated in specific ways. You have roughly 5 hit points in the game, which each enemy or an object takes a different amount of health away from you. So while you have that much health, it means almost nothing. There aren't any super intricate or drawn sprites, more so they are geometric and use lines to accent and make things stand out. The background is kind of bland and monotonous, and everything has a sense of sameness. However, the foreground is bright and vibrant. This helps differentiate things that are in the foreground and the background fairly well. The visuals aren't breathtaking or revolutionary, however that's not what this game is designed for. The stages on the same world are fairly uniform and plain. Even between the pillars you'll get a feeling of sameness and uniformity. The real difference comes with the obstacles and the objects that you're dodging and going around. For each stage, these are all different and their placements can vary wildly, which makes everything very interesting and makes the puzzle solving aspects really fun. The primary focus is on tight controls and deep mechanics, of which this game definitely has. The main mechanic that you utilize throughout the game is your whip, which you can attach the points to swing, hook on the dash points to dash, grab on the points that will carry you in the direction they're pointing, as well as use it to attack and defeat enemies. Movement is fluid and fast, however you will find that platforming can be unforgiving at times. At the start, the controls are a bit weird and nonsensical. Fortunately, the button layout can be changed to however you want, but it was really odd the choice layout they made. Rifter is a twin stick platformer. If that sounds weird to you, then believe me, it really is. Even after I changed the controls to something I was comfortable with, it took a while to get familiar with the mechanics. You move around with the left stick as usual, however your right stick controls that all-important whip. With the right stick, you can point in the direction of hook points and dash points in order to hook onto them. However, it has a range, and if the point is not within the hook range, then you won't hook onto the point, obviously. There are various power-ups that make things easier and give you more abilities so that you can complete stages faster and easier, such as air dashes, invincibility after dashing, more health, etc. These allow you to be a bit buffer and a bit more nimble, which helps a lot when trying to beat your time. This game was created for speedrunners and platform lovers. You are timed and given a ranking for each level. There are even online leaderboards so that you can see who's the fastest and try to beat their times. If you're into speedrunning and finding new and faster ways to beat levels, then this game has a lot of charm and is a blast. There are a few issues that I found with the game. For instance, I had issues hooking on a point when I knew that I was in range. Like I'd be pointed right at the point, I'd be in the range, and I'd just like fall into the water and die. Also, if you're holding the analog stick in the same direction for too long, then you won't hook on the point when you approach it. Also, when things go wrong in this game, they can go very wrong. I would get hit or miss a hook point, and then I'd be constantly messing up afterward and even die sometimes from it. There's also some very odd fall damage in the game. If you fall from a certain height, then you can take damage and even bounce off the ground. So when you're running really fast, you also have to be careful of how you're angling yourself and how high you are and things like that, because you can like fall and bounce off a ledge or fall and take damage and die. It's really weird. Overall, Rifter is a game made for speedrunners and those who love platformers. While it may not have the best graphics or the most interesting art style, it does do one thing well. It has the platforming mechanics and the sense of speed tuned in. If you're a fan of the speedrunning community or just like the feeling of beating your own time, then this game is worth a try for the price tag. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Does Rifter seem interesting? Do you not like the graphics? Are you into speedrunning games? Let me know your thoughts on the game. And don't forget, if you like weekly reviews and daily Let's Plays, consider striking that subscribe button. This is Mattmade, and I will see you guys next time.